Hadirin dipersilakan berdiri. Mengumumkan keberangkatan tiba ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Raja Pemaisuri Agung diiringi Yang Amat Berbahagia Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Hajah Ragat Kurditaib, Patron of Sarawak Federation of Women's Institutes, serta Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk Amar Hajah Jumaani Tun Tuanku Haji Bujang. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for our guest of honor. Ampun Tuanku, menjunjung kasih Tuanku. Di kenamaan dipersilakan duduk dan majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan turut merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada Pancaragam Polis di Raja Malaysia di bawah pimpinan Inspektor Frankie Billy Tadius, pengarah muzik PDRM. Ampun Tuanku. Ampun Tuanku, Her Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Based on the tradition of ACWW, we will begin our ceremony with the parade of flags to honor ACWW member society's country flag. So please roll VT. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, ACWW Parade of Flags, a technological innovation designed to commemorate ACWW tradition in honoring our member society's country flag. Ampun Tuanku, Patik memohon ampuni limpah perkenan ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Tuanku bagi Patik memulakan acara majlis. With your permission, we'll now carry on with our program. Menjunjung kasih Tuanku. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam keluarga Malaysia, salam Sarawakku sayang. Menghadap ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong Tunku Hajah Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria binti almarhum Al-Mutawakil Allah Sultan Iskandar Al-Haj. Bukan kacang sebarang kacang, kacang melilit si kayu jati. Bukan datang sebarang datang, yang datangnya rupanya junjungan hati. Majlis berafak sembah menjunjung kasih atas limpah perkenan keberkatan Tuanku bercemar duli ke negeri Sarawak Bumi Kenyalang. Ampun Tuanku, sesungguhnya keberangkatan ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Tuanku bercemar duli berangkat ke Majlis Perasmian the 13 ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East telah menambahkan lagi cahaya serinya majlis yang penuh bermakna ini. Syukur Alhamdulillah. Ampun Tuanku, Patik mohon limpah perkenan ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Tuanku untuk turut mengalu-alukan kehadiran dif-dif kenamaan di majlis ini. Menjunjung kasih Tuanku. Indeed, our highest appreciation and a warm welcome to Yang Amat Berbahagia Tuan Datuk Patinggi Hajah Ragat Kurdi Taib, Patron of Sarawak Federation of Women's Institutes, to this grand occasion. We also acknowledge the presence of Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk Amar Hajah Jumaani Tuanku Haji Pujang, the Honourable Datuk Sri Hajah Fatimah Abdullah, Minister for Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development Sarawak, the Honourable Deputy Ministers, Madam Magdi Dikak, World President of Associated Country Women of the World, ACWW, Yang berusaha Puan Nurjanah binti Haji Razali, ACWW Area President for Southeast Asia and the Far East. Yang berbahagia Datuk Hajah Nurhayati binti Haji Ismail, Chairman of Sarawak Federation of Women's Institutes, the hosting society. Distinguished guests, heads of department, local and international delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a warm welcome to the official opening ceremony of the 13th ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East with the theme Diversity is Our Strength. Ampun Tuanku, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, so as to pray for blessings for today's ceremony, it is now with great pleasure to invite Sahibul Fadilah Datuk Haji Mustafa Kamal bin Haji Ahmad Fauzi, Imam Besar Negeri Sarawak, to recite the doa. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan tafadhal Ustaz.
آمين آمين يا رب العالمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا حامدين حمدا شاكرين. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم يا الله يا Tuhan kami, Tuhan yang Maha Pengasih lagi Maha Penyayang, kami bersyukur padamu ya Allah di atas nikmat kurniaan-Mu pada negeri dan negara kami yang aman, damai dan selamat sejahtera. Ya Allah, bersempena dengan kunjungan ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong Tunku Hajah Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria binti almarhum Al-Mutawakil Allah Sultan Iskandar Al-Haj ke Majlis Perasmian Persidangan KE-13 Persatuan Wanita Desa Sedunia, kawasan Asia Tenggara dan Timur Jauh. Allahumma ya Allah ya Rahman wa ya Rahim. Ya Allah, rahmatilah dan berkatilah majlis kunjungan ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong. Ya Allah, jadikanlah majlis pertemuan ini dapat mengeratkan lagi tali silaturahim dan kerjasama di antara kami. Ya Allah, pandulah kami pada jalan yang Engkau redai. Satukanlah hati-hati kami dalam suasana berkasih sayang dan hormat menghormati serta bermuafakat sepanjang masa. Allahumma ya daimal ihsan, peliharakanlah ya Allah semangat persefahaman dan perpaduan di antara kami yang berbilang bangsa, budaya dan agama. Kekalkanlah ya Allah negeri dan negara kami dengan nikmat keamanan dan kemakmuran, keselamatan dan kesejahteraan. Allahumma ya Allah ya Hayyu ya Qayyum ya Dzal Jalali wal Ikram. Ya Allah, akhirnya kami memohon limpah rahmat serta taufik dan hidayah-Mu ke atas hamba-Mu, Raja kami, ke bawah duli yang maha mulia Sri Paduka Baginda yang di-Pertuan Agung, dan ke bawah duli yang maha mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agung, dilanjutkan usia kedua-duanya dalam kesehatan dan keafiatan, ditetapkan iman dan beramal serta berjasa. Begitu juga ya Allah kepada pembesar negeri dan kepada pemimpin-pemimpin kami serta rakyat jelata sekalian. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana hadha jam'an marhuma wa tafaruqana min ba'dihi tafaruqan ma'suma. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you very much to Sahibul Fadilah Datuk Haji Mustafa Kamal bin Haji Ahmad Fauzi, Imam Besar Negeri Sarawak. Ampun Tuanku, Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda The Raja Permaisuri Agung, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Associated Countrywomen of the World, ACWW, is the largest international organization for women founded in 1933 with a membership of 9 million women in over 70 countries. And today's grand occasion portrays the tremendous collaboration between ACWW and SFWI as the hosting society in organizing conferences highlighted significantly that women, irrespective of their localities or countries, could in fact assist each other in the field of education, environment, technology, societal advancement, and leadership positions. And now to have more insights on this, it is now with great pleasure to invite on stage Yang Berusaha Puan Nurjannah Haji Razali, ACWW Area President for Southeast Asia and the Far East, to present her welcoming remarks. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning. Menghadap ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agung Tunku Hajah Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandariah binti almarhum Al-Mutawakil Allah Sultan Iskandar Al-Haj. Saya bagi pihak ACWW, Associated Countrywomen of the World, dan Sarawak Federation of Women Institutes menjunjung kasih ke atas keberangkatan Tuanku ke Sarawak bagi menghadiri persidangan yang ke-13 Associated Countrywomen of the World ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East. Tuanku, izinkan Patik menyampaikan ucapan kepada hadirin sekalian. Yang amat berbahagia, Tuan Datuk Patinggi Hajah Ragat Kurdi Taib, Patron of Sarawak Federation of Women Institutes. Yang amat berbahagia, Puan Sri Datuk Amar Hajah Jumaini, Tuanku Haji Bujang. Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Hajah Fatimah Abdullah, Minister of Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development of Sarawak. Yang Berusaha Madam Magdi Dikok, the World President of ACWW. Yang Berusaha Datuk Hajah Nuraiti Ismail, Chairman of Sarawak Federation of Women Institute. Yang Berhormat Timbalan Menteri, Datuk-Datuk, Datin-Datin, Madam Magdi Dikok, and all distinguished guests of the conference. The Sarawak Federation of Women Institutes has been hosting the ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East since 1964, which is 2 years since its establishment. This year's conference is the 5th ACWW Area Conference that SFWI is hosting. The ACWW Area Conference are organized for women NGOs and CBOs in Southeast Asia and the Far East, which aims to uncover new learnings and share knowledge through its plenary and educational visits. Secondly, to present information and findings through its area meetings and societies reports. Third is to build networks and form collaborations with women from within and outside the country. We are most happy that Her Majesty Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tunku is going to grace our conference today. This is indeed very meaningful and significant for all women, and especially women in Sarawak. For this conference, I'd like to inform that there are 202 women delegates from both member societies and non-member societies. And which means to say that this has, our target is 200 delegates for this conference. But due to the overwhelming welcome by our women members, we have beyond our target. This is something, is an achievement for the organizing committee. I am happy to mention here that we have delegates from Brunei Darussalam, from Cambodia, from the Philippines, from Singapore, Malaysia. We have delegates from WI Pahang, which has the most delegates. We have about 41 delegates from Pahang. Please stand up for the audience to see. And you know who's the patron is, of course. And we have WI Penang. There are 35 of them, all the way from Pulau Pinang. Thank you. We have also NAWIM. There are about NAWIM. We have 44 delegates from representing NAWIM. NAWIM, National Association of Women Malaysia, Institute Malaysia. We have also representative from Sabah. There are 3 of them from PERWASA, Persatuan Wanita Sabah. We have our Women's Institute of Brunei Darussalam. There are 8 of them, headed by Hajah Shamsia. Sebani Tunku. Brunei. And of course, our very own Sarawak Federation of Women Institute. There are 94 of the members are here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A very big thank you to our Sarawak Government, the Ministry of Women, Early Childhood and Women, and Community Well-being Development, under the leadership of our no other than Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Hajah Fatimah Abdullah. The Department of Women and Family Sarawak, Sarawak Convention Bureau, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture Malaysia, they have supported us both financially, in kind, and making this conference a success. I would also like to thank our various contributors like Bank Simpanan Nasional, Sarawak Tourism Board, Malaysia Paper Board, Cats FM, TV Sarawak, TVS, Persatuan Pengusaha Kek Lapis Sarawak, Far Right, Sindian Berhad, who have tremendously helped us in realizing our aim of bringing together women from various sectors, disciplines, professionalisms, and vocations for this conference. Our gratitude also goes to ACWW World President, Madam Magdi de Kock, for coming all the way from South Africa to be with us in this conference. And I'm very happy as the president to welcome our world president to this conference, as well as to visit Sarawak. She will be staying here from the 1st of July until 12th of July. And more importantly, I would like to express my thankful appreciation to all the organizing committee, all the ladies of our ESCO of SFWI who have been working very hard for the success of this conference. The thing is, we take about 3 months and non-stop meetings and discussions, especially through the WhatsApp. So to conclude, I think the SFWI ACWW conference highlighted significantly that women, irrespective of their localities or countries, could in fact assist each other in the field of education, environment, technology, societal advancement, and leadership positions. To conclude, sekali lagi, patut menjunjung kasih Tuanku di atas keprihatinan Tuanku menghadiri persidangan ke-13 Associated Country Women of the World, Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East. Juga terima kasih kepada yang amat berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk, kepada Tok Puan Datuk Petinggi Hajah Kuli Taib, kepada yang amat berbahagia Datuk Hajah Jumaini, kepada Datuk Sri Fatimah, and to all delegates yang hadir ke majlis perasmian pada hari ini. Sekian, patut menjunjung kasih Tuanku. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih sekali budi. Thank you very much to Yang Berusaha, Puan Nurjannah Haji Razali, ACWW Area President for Southeast Asia and the Far East. Ampun Tuanku, Her Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and I would like to invite you to focus your attention to the screen for a special video message by the Right Honourable Datuk Patigi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak.
Ke bawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Raja Permaisuri Agong Tunku Hajah Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandariah binti almarhum Al-Mutawakil Allah Sultan Iskandar Al-Haj, saya bagi pihak Kerajaan Sarawak dan Sarawak Federation of Women Institute menjunjung kasih atas keberangkatan tuanku ke Sarawak bagi menghadiri persidangan ke-13 Associated Country Women of the World ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East. Keberangkatan tuanku mencerminkan keprihatinan tuanku terhadap kegiatan ACWW dan wanita keseluruhannya, lebih-lebih lagi di Sarawak. Ia juga menjadi inspirasi bagi kumpulan wanita Sarawak untuk bergiat lebih aktif dalam pembangunan wanita dari sudut ekonomi dan sosial. Tuanku, izinkan saya menyampaikan ucapan kepada hadirin sekalian. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all delegates. It is indeed an honor for me to welcome each and every one of you to our beautiful Kuching, the city of unity and the capital of Sarawak, land of the magnificent hornbills. I would like to congratulate the Sarawak Federation of Women's Institute, SFWI, for hosting this conference today. And this is the 5th conference hosted by the Institute, an amazing achievement of our Sarawak women. My special thanks and gratitude goes to our most gracious Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong Tuanku Haja Azizah Aminah Iskandariah for her kind presence and support to this conference. The theme, diversity is our strength, is indeed appropriate. Sarawak is home to more than 26 different ethnic groups, a land rich in culture and natural resources. We have a population of 2.6 million. Nearly half of the population comprises women. The Sarawak government has put in place numerous initiatives and assistance to Sarawak women to develop their capacities, capabilities, and competencies. Women NGOs are very talented and agile in helping to accomplish Sarawak's development goals. You can reach the most vulnerable or disaffected people in our community and find innovative solutions to tackle problems. This conference, I believe, is an invaluable platform in this healing time after the pandemic for all of us to share information and knowledge, to exchange experiences, to network in order to advance our societies and countries. Have a great day ahead and a fruitful conference. Thank you.
And that was a special video message by the Right Honourable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Ampun Tuanku, Her Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I have the honor to bring you back to 2013 during the 10th ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East in Miri, Sarawak. Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong, in her speech, may I quote, ACWW and Women's Institute had been playing their respective roles in empowering women in the world to be self-reliant and improve their quality of life. And we are here today merely, we are volunteers, not for personal glory or gain, but in all sincerity to carry out duty to our society and duty to the nation and the world, and never to neglect our own family. I quote Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda, the Raja Permaisuri Agong, in her speech during the 10th ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East in Miri, Sarawak, and that was in 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for Her Majesty and her words of wisdom and inspiration definitely to all of us. Ampun Tuanku, Her Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our next highlight is the symbolic launching of the 13th ACWW Area Conference for Southeast Asia and the Far East to be graced by our guest of honor. Thus, it is now with great pleasure to invite Madam Magdi Dikak, the World President of ACWW, to invite and accompany Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda, the Raja Permaisuri Agong, to the stage to officiate the 13th ACWW Conference. Ampun Tuanku, dengan segala hormat dan penuh takzim, dipersilakan. Ampun Tuanku, Her Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is now with great pleasure to invite Madam Magdi Dikak, World President of ACWW, to invite and accompany Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda, the Raja Permaisuri Agong, to the stage to officiate the 13th ACWW Conference. Ampun Tuanku, dengan segala hormat dan penuh takzim, dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I think I'm still the area president and board director of the board of ACWW, so I still like to see how things are done. Yeah. Sebelum saya merasmikan persidangan ini, before I officiate the opening ceremony, I would like to thank the Sarawak government for sponsoring, for whatever contribution you've given. In any country that we go, we always need the support of the government and the fundings as well. And as just now, if you heard what the Premier said, half of the population are women. So the country must also remember that half of the voters are women. So we need the women power to establish a new government as well. If the women do not go out to vote, that's it. So we must remember that we women play a major role in any government. Yeah. So it's about empowering women, but when you empower women too much, it can become quite overpowering. Dan saya juga di sini, I would like also the Sarawak government is here. I would like to thank, last week we had a beautiful state banquet in Istana Negara. And Sarawak government brought their cultural group, which was enjoyed by all the majesties, the other rulers as well. And it was something different for the first time, because normally we have our local cultural group performing all the Sarawak dance or the Sabah dance or the Kelantan or Terengganu dance. But this time we had everything came from Sarawak, the whole orchestra and everything, and that it was tremendous. Thank you very much. And I stand here today. This is, if you've heard what the Premier said, this is the fifth time, the fifth area conference to be held in Sarawak. But it's also my third time attending an area conference. Out of the 5, this is my third time. You all must remember that I started to be in ACWW in 2004, which we met for the first time in Tasmania, in Australia. And since then, I've been attending every World Conference, Triennial World Conference since then. And I even went to the one in Melbourne in 2019, right? April. Which, as you all know, I was going for world president, but I had to retract just 2 months before the election, because you may decide, but God decide better things for you. And this is where I'm standing here today. And that's why MACD is next to me. But MACD has been wonderful. She's doing a wonderful job. And I was just telling somebody yesterday, I said, you know, maybe I should have taken that world president, but because everything was online during the COVID, so that, which means I didn't have to travel anywhere. Right? It would have worked quite well. Yeah, but never mind. But God wanted you to be world president, not me. Yeah, I would be too much for them to handle. Okay. Jadi dengan tidak berlengah lagi ya, dengan lafaz yang mulia, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya dengan ini merasmikan persidangan ke-13 Persatuan Wanita Desa Sedunia ataupun ACWW, Associated Country Women of the World, kawasan Asia Tenggara dan Timur Jauh, or Southeast Asia and the Far East, ya, di Kuching, Sarawak, pada hari yang pagi yang mulia ini. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya juga minta maaf ya, tadi saya suruh alih ni, because being somebody who was always organizing a conference, chairman of any conference, because I'm not organizing that. So I thought there would be a video going to be shown. So I didn't want this to be here, because I want everybody at the back to see what's going on the screen. So I got it wrong. Maybe. Because the last area conference in Miri was organized by me. So I know Miri quite well, and I miss Miri, Datuk Usla. Thank you. Now we have Datuk Usla here, a former world president as well. Yeah. So that's, and she is the one who brought me into ACWW, who taught me so many things in ACWW and about the ways of the world. You brought me to the United Nations and everything, even to UNESCO in Paris. Thank you very much, Datuk Usla. I really appreciate all that you have taught me and guided me and groomed me as well. Thank you very much.
And now with great pleasure, may we invite Her Majesty to do the honor to grace the conference. Sama-sama kita saksikan. big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Ampun tuanku, it is now official, the 13th ACWW conference, and indeed, this conference brings us together in line with the theme "Diversity is our strength." Menjunjung kasih tuanku, silakan our highest appreciation and gratitude to Her Majesty. And may we invite our guest of honor to return to their seat along with our distinguished guests. Yang segala hormat, penuh takzim dipersilakan. Ampun tuanku, Her Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, syukur alhamdulillah. Another success story for ACWW and SFWI. If you can see on the screen, we portray different hats as our backdrop and the cover of our program, which is to illustrate the fact that women wear different hats in different situations, and it also shows the diversity in our society that bonds us. So may this conference brings us together with a mission to improve quality of life of women and communities worldwide and empowerment of women, raising the standards of living for all women and their families from diverse backgrounds. To conclude, we are indeed very honored to have our guest of honor with us today. So ladies and gentlemen, please once again put your hands together for Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda, the Raja Permaisuri Agong, our utmost appreciation for her gracious presence and her tremendous support to ACWW and Women's Institute. Menjunjung kasih tuanku. Ampun tuanku mengumumkan keberangkatan ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong meninggalkan Dewan diiringi Yang Amat Berbahagia Tuan Datuk Patinggi Hajah Ragat Kordi Taib, Patron of Sarawak Federation of Women's Institutes, serta Yang Amat Berbahagia Puan Sri Datuk Amar Hajah Jumaani, tuan-tuanku Haji Bujang, hadirin dipersilakan berdiri.